So what if the person you thought you knew best was hiding a life-altering secret? Today, we are diving deep into an incredible story about a mother who pretends to be poor just to test the character of her son's super wealthy new in-laws. It's an amazing story about perception, money, and what happens when you put character to the ultimate test.
Right there. Those are the words of our hero, Alara. She had a hunch that her son's new in-laws cared more about money than anything else. So she came up with this pretty daring plan to see if she was right, to expose their true colors.
So the whole test kicks off with a single phone call. It's her son, Marcus, and he's inviting her to finally meet his new in-laws. But, she can hear it in his voice. He's nervous, almost like he's apologizing for her in advance. He's worried about how his, quote, simple mother is going to look. Oh, but little does he know, his mother is anything but simple.
Get this. For 35 years, Marcus just saw his mom as a regular office worker. But the reality? For almost 2 decades, Alara was a top executive managing million-dollar contracts. She built this massive fortune completely in secret because she always believed that real power, well, it doesn't need to show off.
Okay, so to really see who these people were, Alara had to become someone else. She put on a wrinkled dress from a thrift store, grabbed a faded old tote bag, and didn't wear a single piece of jewelry. She basically transformed herself into the exact image of the poor woman she knew they were expecting to meet.
All right, the stage is set. Alara walks into one of the fanciest restaurants in the city, completely in disguise. Her experiment is officially underway, and let me tell you, the judgment starts almost the second she walks in the door.
The welcome she gets, it's just icy. Her new in-laws, Veronica and Franklin, they barely even make eye contact. Veronica's eyes just sweep right over Alara's worn-out clothes with this look of pure disgust. The handshake is weak, it's quick, and just like that, in their eyes, Alara is already an outsider.
So then, Alara pretends she's confused by the fancy French menu. Now, does Veronica offer to help her? Nope. Instead, she just orders something simple and cheap for Alara, treating her like a little kid who can't be trusted with an expensive menu.
And from there, the rest of the dinner is just this masterclass in looking down on someone. They casually mention their luxury car, their expensive wine. They make a huge point of talking about all the financial support they give to Marcus and his wife. I mean, every single word is a little jab, designed to put Alara in her place.
But honestly, all those little insults, that was just the warm-up act. Veronica then decides to make a direct and frankly deeply offensive offer, one that just takes the whole evening to a completely different level of awful.
Acting like she's just so concerned, Veronica delivers the ultimate insult. She calls Alara a burden on her own son, a financial problem that's threatening his future. It is such a cruel and calculated move, and it's all to set up the crazy proposition that's coming next. And then she makes the offer. A modest monthly allowance. $700. That's the price they put on a mother's silence. The cost for her to just disappear from her son's life. They didn't just insult her. They literally tried to pay to erase her. And this is the moment where everything flips. The quiet, timid woman they thought they knew just vanishes. Alara's voice, which was so soft before, is now pure steel. She looks them right in the eye and calls them out on their cold, heartless math. The show is over. The real Alara is about to come out. And then, the bombshell. Alara tells them her actual monthly salary. The only sound in the entire restaurant is a fork clattering against a plate. Just dead silence. In that 1 second, their whole world, their whole judgment of her, just completely shatters.
Oh, but she is not done yet. Not even close. She walks them through her entire 40-year journey. From a single mom working as a secretary to a top executive. She tells them about the 12-hour days, the nights she spent studying after her son was asleep, all the sacrifices she made to build an empire from scratch, all while raising him completely on her own. And then, she delivers the final, absolutely devastating blow. A lesson that cuts way deeper than any insult they threw at her. She tells them that for all their money, they are completely broke in the one thing that actually matters, their character. Her final move is just a masterpiece of poetic justice. She takes out her unlimited corporate credit card and places it on the table. It's this silent, powerful symbol of who she really is. She uses their own weapon, money, to deliver the final checkmate. So,
After an explosion like that, what happens next? Let's get into the aftermath, because the consequences of Alara's big reveal were, as you can imagine, immediate and profound.
You know, when you boil it all down, this story is about two completely different ways of looking at wealth. For Veronica and Franklin, money is a weapon, right? It's a tool for control and a way to show off. But for Alara, it's a shield. It gives her freedom, security, and peace of mind.
Alara's revelation sends these shockwaves through the family, but it also ends up being a catalyst for some really positive change. Marcus finally understands the sheer strength and resilience of his mother. He and his wife, Simone, they find the courage to stand up to her parents. And in this amazing moment of growth, Simone decides she wants to break that toxic family cycle, and she starts looking to Alara as her role model.
Alara's story really forces us to ask ourselves a pretty big question. What's the real difference between just having money and being truly rich? She teaches us that real wealth isn't about what's in your bank account, it's about what's in your heart. It's about dignity, integrity, and having the courage to just be yourself. So as we wrap this up, I'll leave you with that thought. How do you measure wealth in your own life?